I don't know about you, but it is Monday, September 21st, 2020, and I'm looking outside the window and I've just walked outside for a moment and I just want to belt out, "It's a beautiful day in our neighborhood, a beautiful day in our neighborhood. It's so beautiful, it's so beautiful. Won't you be our disciple?" Here in Our Lady of the Woods. A little paraphrasing from Mr. Rogers, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Today we also celebrate the feast of Saint Matthew, who was an apostle and an evangelist. And so on this weekly address to you from your priest here at Olo, Father Bob Johnson, I just wanted to share an interesting thought about the feast of Saint Augustine. But I wouldn't want to say Saint Augustine because it's actually Saint Matthew. Saint Augustine, I just said that because I've been praying all day, and part of my thought was that phrase from St. Augustine that keeps saying, "My soul is restless until it rests with you." I've been kind of in that moment all day today with the beautiful pure Michigan autumn, and just everything that's going on. Today's been kind of a crazy day. It usually is Mondays here in the parish, and Becky and I have been, moving along, and we do something and there's a wall or an obstruction or a door or some other thing that's happened. So it's just been amazing. But all I can keep thinking amidst all of this is St. Augustine's remark, "My soul is restless until it rests with you." But on to St. Matthew. There's a beautiful picture that was painted by Caravaggio. And Caravaggio has this painting called The Calling of St. Matthew. But what I like about it is this sense of a broad light that's coming from Jesus. And there you get this picture of that light. And you see Jesus, and his finger points to this well-dressed man at a table with his hands over a pile of coins. The whole interplay is a darkened room, light and darkness, sin and virtue tussle, past, present, and future hang in the balance. And there is Jesus calling Matthew in the moment of that darkness. And I just love the way Matthew's at the table. He's at the end of the table. And if you notice in a special way there, his head is down and he's in front of his coins. And I just can't help but think this is a very important moment in Matthew's call, in what Jesus is asking of him. And it's that very important moment, as one scholar suggests. He says, we need to pray to St. Matthew to help us, as he made the right decision at the right time, and it changed his life and affected so many others who knew Christ because of him. And this is what I like when I look at that picture. Help us to recognize when a pivotal point arrives in each of our own lives, when we must change direction, and help us to choose that direction well. And I can't help but think in that painting, there's Matthew, and he's got his head bowed, and the title of the article was, "A Lover of Money Becomes Greedy for God." I like that remark. A lover of money, Matthew the tax collector, becomes greedy for God. And so on this feast of St. Matthew, in his wonderful gospel, as his role in ministry of an apostle, I think it can come to each of our own hearts this week, on this beautiful, pure Michigan day. Help us, Lord, through the example of St. Matthew, to know when a very transfiguring, transforming, pivotal point comes in each of our own lives, where we know through the courage and truth of the Holy Spirit that we must change direction and help choose that direction well. That's my prayer for you today. So now we go on to some announcements. First, a very heartfelt thank you for all of you who worked so hard to make the 45th parish anniversary so beautiful and commendable, especially during the pandemic. Things were planned months ago and things got changed, and the pandemic, and we kept watching. And so I have to really commend, and I won't do it here. I will have something in the bulletin coming up. I don't want to start naming names, but I certainly want to thank each and every one of you that did such a wonderful job, whether it was being on the planning committee, whether it was one of the groups of the parish who assisted, whether it was the liturgy, whether it was with the mementos, getting those ready with the mask, our 45th anniversary mask, whether it was for the cupcakes as our little celebration, there was just so much put into it. And as I thanked the parish staff today in their weekly newsletter and address, I want to thank all of you, those who attended, those who wanted to be here and couldn't, those who were here with us through Spirit live streaming. It was a beautiful celebration, and certainly Bishop Battersby, Father Phelan, and Deacon Tremo all truly felt a very joy-filled moment here, and we're very blessed. They said that and they shared that with me. So again, I want to thank each of you very, very much for this wonderful and beautiful time. And we look forward to the next 45 years. On to faith formation. Our faith formation classes continue this week. Tonight, the 1st, 3rd, 6th, and 7th grades, those are Monday evenings. And then the 2nd, 4th, 5th, and 8th grades on Tuesday evenings. We have not decided yet what will happen in October. We're still monitoring the situation. Again, we want what is best for the health and safety of our children and young people and our catechists and all of you. And also our parish. We have to be very careful. As I shared with you before, even here in the parish office, we have to be very careful. We're very much conscious of who comes in the staff, in the building, where have they been, what have they done. One of our staff had to actually isolate at one point for 2 weeks because although they didn't have COVID or were around someone supposedly with COVID, but it was just to monitor to make sure that those of us that are still working here together, we try to the best of our ability to put in the right protocol and procedures. So certainly we'll be monitoring that. We'll let you know what will happen in October, and as the catechists get used to their Zooming and their classes. Although today I just had a meeting with our adult faith formation team, and I know a lot of us, as I call it, have COVID fatigue. I know a lot of us have Zoom fatigue. I mean, everyone's being zoomed out, but we got to make the best of it right now. But I'll let you know. Which brings me to adult faith formation. The adult faith formation team, as I've shared with you before, is Pat Butler, Claudette Wagner, Tom Shanover, and myself. We're arranging some things that we can do for adult faith formation this year. That's for people that are really, not in our children and youth faith formation program. Those are for the adults of the parish. Someone said to me the other day, "What really is adult faith formation?" Well, it's anything we can offer to help stimulate and continue to grow in our own faith. So I'll announce that. We're finishing up the final touches, presentations. Tom and a team will be involved. Pat Butler will be involved. Claudette Wagner will be involved, and I will be involved. I'll be giving a couple of courses and sessions. All we want to say to you right now is, if you ever want to talk about your faith, if you ever have questions, please do not hesitate to contact one of the adult faith formation team members. Sometimes we're more comfortable with a certain person or a personality or a gender, whatever it is. So feel free, and I've checked, and all three of the others, including myself, that make 4 on the team, we're very willing to talk with you. If you have, engaging questions, difficult questions, any of the 4 of us would be willing to talk with you, make a phone call, email us, text, whatever it is. So I have to say I'm excited about what we can do for adult faith formation. Certainly it's not what we would want. It's not the plans that we would have hoped for, but we still want to stay connected. Which you'll learn down the road is we will then allow certain groups, if it's 10 or less, that would be with myself or whoever the leader or the facilitator is, with 9 others. So there will be sign-up sheets for people to sign up certain times throughout these, what I call the 3 faith surges of our parish formation. So there'll be the one before Christmas, the one after Christmas, and the one after Easter. Okay? So you'll get more notice about that. This year, our CSA goal is $69,764. Please be reminded The AOD has decided, because of everything else going on, to coordinate the campaign this year by mailing you the information and pledging the cards directly to you as parishioners. So I'm encouraging you as parishioners to please send your CSA to the AOD directly. If you have a question about that, you can always call the office, but really they've sent it to you, the AOD, directly, and it would be best to send it to them directly. But again, questions, just let us know here at the office. This coming Tuesday, September 22nd at 7 p.m., the Pastoral Council of your parish is having their monthly Zoom meeting. They begin again in September. I try to encourage people to take, the summer off in a way. So if you have any questions or concerns, you can always contact me or one of the council members. Their names are in the bulletin. So that's tomorrow evening, September 22nd at 7 p.m., our Zoom meeting. Knowing also that October is the Right to Life month, the Southern Downriver Right to Life is sponsoring Focus on Life event Thursday, October 8th at the Metro City Church in Riverview at 7 p.m. The key speaker is Reverend Christopher Thoma, pastor of Our Savior Evangelical Lutheran Church in Heartland, Michigan. And our own Father Adam Novak from St. Francis Cabrini will be the MC. So you can live stream it, but you can find those details at www.focusonlifedownriver.com. Focusonlifedownriver.com. So please, again, be very aware of the wonderful things that the Southern Downriver Right to Life group is doing and has done in the past. And it sounds like it'd be an engaging time if you're able to, even if you can't be there, although they are telling you that the gathering space is very well spaced. So there's a lot of social distancing available. But even if you can live stream. Some exciting news for me. John Hacketson, our Boy Scout, has had his Eagle Scout project approved. So he will be working with the others that are in his project on the Stations of the Cross outdoors for our parish. And I'll be looking forward to seeing those. And he will present a video at one point in the parish on one of the weekends just to explain the project and explain what he's doing for the parish. So I look forward to that. It'll be on the right berm as you come out of church. You'll see it across the parking lot on the right berm. You'll see the 7 stations on one side and the other 7 on the back of those beams or whatever he's putting up. And there'll be a path you can walk around the stations. So I'm very excited about that. And I want to thank him and his parents and the Boy Scouts and everyone involved. Final thing, dates to remember. September 27th, the end of the month. Our 11 a.m. Mass is our Children's Mass. Again, it's geared towards children, but you're very welcome to attend. October 10th at 1 p.m. is our First Communion. October 17th at 1 p.m. is Confirmation. So we're doing well. We keep continuing to go forward. We have our funerals, but we've been having some baptisms. We have 2 weddings in October, but also we keep celebrating and having Mass and keep moving ahead. And that's what we need. We have to have hope. We have to have courage. We have to have strength. So that's it for today. But I'm going to close with, unless Becky has anything else. No, she's nodding. No, everything's good on her end. But I always like to leave you with a little humorous note or picture. And I loved this because I don't know about you, but sometimes I think in the next generation, where you have the umbilical cord, there's going to be some kind of cord attached. Maybe the charging cord is going to come out with our future generations where it's got to be plugged in right away, or it's somehow physically there right when you're born. And as I was thinking about that, because I'm getting that bad habit of always having it near or on me, there's this beautiful cartoon. And I love how it says, actually, you had a pretty great life, but you were looking down at your phone and you missed it. Actually, you were having a very great life. And then what does it say? But you were looking down at your phone and you missed it. So I hope that you don't miss too many opportunities as you're looking down at your phone these days. And just have a very beautiful and a blessed day. This is Father Bob Johnson. God bless. Take care.